Check, check, check. One time for your mind, two time for your drinks. It's another episode of Nightcap Knowledge. We have a very special guest with us tonight. We're talking tech, aerial fitness, and empowering Black girls. We got our friend Crystal on. She'll be talking about Ascend Aerial Fitness Camp. It's going all down at Taboo Dance and Fitness. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get the show started. Fade it on out. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Nightcap Knowledge. My name is DJ George Chuck. Some people call me Dad. Some people call me Bay. Some people call me Uncle Chuck. And a special shout out goes to my niece, Crystal Patterson. She will be graduating tomorrow somewhere in Georgia. I ain't going to blow up her spot. Somewhere in Georgia, she will be graduating. She's graduating with honors. Let me give her some applause. So shout out to my niece, Crystal Patterson. She is graduating. She will be heading to college next year. She had a number of applications go in, and she's already made her decision. So hopefully she'll do one of those really cute pictures where I'll be able to show it on my social media and be a proud uncle, so I can brag on where my niece is going and where I will be showing up with my Omega shirt and letting all of them know that her Uncle Chuck is a lunatic. Shout out to my tail dog, whose actual line name is Lunatic. And I will be on campus as much as I possibly can, and I will hurt you about my baby. Okay, all right. Thank y'all for my for allowing me that grace and to show my uncleness and all my gray hairs and all of that. Now, our brother Mac is celebrating a graduation. Nephew Chris, Lil Chris, I should say. Lil Chris is graduating from high school, so we definitely want to give some applause to Lil Chris as he prepares to make his journey into entrepreneurship and furthering his education. So shout out to Lil Chris and anybody else that's out there. It's graduation season, man. It is May. It's almost Memorial Day weekend. So we hope that you guys out there are preparing to celebrate those that have served and given their lives. And if you didn't know, Memorial Day weekend has its roots in our culture. We started Memorial Day weekend. When I say we, I ain't talking about the Nightcap Knowledge or the Bruhs or Tougaloo. I'm talking about Black folk began the celebration of those who served and died fighting for the freedom and the rights of their community. So Memorial Day, if you didn't know, we celebrated during Mississippi's greatest weekend, Mississippi Greek weekend. It's actually, matter of fact, you know what? Let me pull up one of those little news articles before we get our guest out here. So so I can tell y'all about Decoration Day. And Decoration Day, we do it with the military base, or the veterans uh administration down here. Decoration Day in Biloxi, Mississippi. If you want to follow along with me, we've been doing Decoration Day. Uh, shoot, I think maybe about 3 or 4 years. Um, once we were educated, we started to take that as part of our community service, and we put the flags and things on the graves of the veterans. So I'm bringing that up on screen right now, just to show y'all that we are about the service that we quote about. And this is the image here. You can see Decoration Day community service in partnership with the Divine Nine of the Mississippi Gulf Coast. We have a speaker, Brother Mitch Ellerby Sr. He's our Decoration Day historian. He's actually from South Carolina, which is where Decoration Day has its origin. So we hope that y'all do something to commemorate those, and also talk about the history of Memorial Day, Decoration Day. Now, with that being said, we got some people that's making history right now. This young lady has been doing her entrepreneurial thing, and I don't even think that I knew that she was in tech, or that she has her fingers and appendages and hard drives and peripherals and data cables and servers. I've been hanging out with Sabir, so I know a little bit of these techie things to say. So our friend Crystal, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we're talking tech, aerial fitness, and empowering black girls. We got to give her some applause as we bring her to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Crystal.
All right, Uncle Chuck. I'm gonna call you Uncle as well.
Hey,
So,
hey, look, I am embracing my uncleness. I've
mm,
been an uncle for quite a while. As you can see, with nieces that are in college and graduating high school right now.
black excellence all over the place. Love it, love it, love it, love it.
I got that. Yep. I got the triggers on the.
Mm,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Oh, look, it's been a while.
it's been a long time. Look up. It's been 10 years with the studio Taboo Dance and Aerial Fitness,
That's
and
right,
I've been in tech for 20 years. So I know I
man.
don't look it.
You telling the tale? You telling the tale? You ain't been in no tech no 20 years, man.
20 years.
Really? So
Yep.
tell me what you what is your everyday like for you to be in tech for 20 years? What do you do?
So, because the interesting thing is that when I look around the room, so I'm in field services. So that means my hands are in the hard drives. I'm building computers. I'm fixing software on a daily basis. But I look
Uh
around
huh.
the room and I barely see any women. Like on the team that I have, a team out of 12 people, there's two women.
Wow.
So, yeah. And it's very interesting to see. But I've been doing this for 20 years. So it's kind of just like natural at
Uh
this
huh.
point in time. And it's not till I talk to other people till I realize that this is something out of the abnormal.
Hmm.
So,
So let me ask you this: there are places where we've been. Uh, so Black with No Chaser, we ventured into the CES space 2 CESs ago, right?
mm,
Um, and we when we went there, and of course, like I guess you could say we're tech enthusiasts, but we don't
right,
work in tech.
mm,
Uh, but when people saw us walking around, and we're walking around with a black woman who is a C-suite executive in tech, and then four brothers that are we uncles, dads,
mm,
husbands now, and it was as if, what the fuck y'all doing here,
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
And then we found our way to a room, like a little suite, where it was like, hey, we've been waiting for y'all.
yeah.
What do you have those types of experiences?
I do still have those types of experiences. I think the only thing about it now, like, I feel like since I have been in this field so long, my confidence level or my for lack of a better phrase, I don't give a fuck level is
Hmm.
high. So I can walk in any room full of white men or white women, and I know my stuff.
Yeah,
So I'm comfortable in with when any room, so I can ignore the looks and stares and just be myself and be able to be comfortable in my knowledge and what I know how to
yeah.
do.
I
So
love that. I
yeah.
love that. So what are some of the conferences that you like to go to?
So my world is a very wild world.
Okay.
So I am a tech professional, 20-year tech professional, and I am the owner and principal instructor at Taboo Dance and Aerial Fitness, but I'm also an entrepreneur. So in any given year, I will go to a business conference, I will go to an aerial fitness conference, and I will go to a tech conference at any given year at any given time. I'm also a very avid traveler. So I do love to travel to South Africa, Amsterdam. Last year I went to Tanzania and Zanzibar.
Really?
Yeah, that's also another passion of mine that I'm gonna venture off into getting young girls, especially in the state of Mississippi, because I feel like so many people don't realize that it's possible
Yeah.
to actually do that type of traveling and look like us.
Yeah.
So yeah, because every time I mention it, people are looking at me like, "So you really do that?" Yeah.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. And I'm proud to hear that you're taking it upon yourself to facilitate such things as that. If I don't know if you know this or not, but we're planning, not planning, but we are have planned a trip to South Africa. So everybody that's out there, we have some slots that are left, but there are very, very few. And
Yeah.
we've got this posted in the Black Widow Chaser group, and I think it's also, of course, still on the website. But if you just need information, you can send that DM, or you can
Mhm.
slide in Crystal's DM, and you can help some young girls potentially get to some of these international places in the very near future. So hopefully we'll be able to work together on some of those things.
Yeah, yeah, I'm for it. I'm totally for it. Bring
All
the
right.
world to us.
That's right. That's right. And speaking of working with young girls, you have Ascend Aerial Camp, the ultimate aerial and tech camp for girls.
Mhm.
Um, Now I'm familiar with Taboo Dance and Fitness. I remember when you guys started, and I want you to give folks. I know you said 10 years already, but give them kind of just like that intro to Taboo Dance and Fitness, and then how do we how do we grow into something like Ascend Aerial and Tech Camp?
So at Taboo Dance and Aerial Fitness, we are basically the safe space for women of all ages and all sizes to go through the self exploration of their body and themselves and their mind. Right now, we do currently have classes like regular adult classes Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And the
Okay.
women that come in here are of all ages, and they allow their frustrations and their bodies to do the talking for them. This is their safe haven. This is their safe space where they don't necessarily have to be someone's mother, someone's wife, someone's sister. They can just be them. And of course, I'm generally asking them to do a bunch of outrageous things that they wouldn't ordinarily do, which takes them out their comfort zone and allows
Mm,
them to relax more. So, putting that passion with my daytime passion and what I've graduated from, it just seemed natural. And honestly, I've been thinking about how to figure out how to merge the two for years.
yeah.
And then this year it just clicked. It just really clicked because aerial fitness and tech innovation both really do the same thing for all types and all ages of people. Um, in our aerial fitness portion of it for girls, we naturally do aerial hoop, aerial hammock, and acrobatics, which
Okay.
is good physically for the girls, but it's also good mentally
Right.
because the problems that women have when they grow older start when they are girls and young girls. Young
Hmm.
girls generally stop liking the way they look and stop liking their body by the time they're 12 or 13.
Hmm. I've
So
never heard that before.
yeah, yeah. And It is really honestly true. And the more that I'm in this field, the more I generally learn about the feminine psyche and women in general. I mean, of course, I'm a woman and I know, but
Right.
until you're put into a space where you can talk to other women, you don't necessarily know that you're not the only one going through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, this is how I learned. This is how I my passion grew to help women and young girls.
Man, I love that. And you talk about safe space for people of all backgrounds, girls and women from all backgrounds.
Hmm.
Um, I remember just drawing a parallel. Uh, at Tougaloo, I worked for 10 years at Tougaloo, and we had this program called iDigilit.
Mm.
And it was the I was for intergenerational
Okay.
digital literacy.
Okay.
And we would at the Health and Wellness Center, the George and the Ruth B. Owens Health and Wellness Center, which was like the part of campus that was closest to the road, like so closest to the community. We created a space where you had second graders, senior citizens, and
Mm.
college seniors, and everybody in between on any given day on campus.
Okay.
And since then, Tougaloo, in the same way that that you're doing right now, there has been a growth of an actual JPS school on the campus
Okay.
at Tougaloo. And it's not the first time that there's been like a K through 12 type of situation. And in this particular situation is I think is 11 and 12 graders. Um but I love that you're creating and curating a space that talks about representation,
Hmm.
exposes our people to tech. So you're like, I guess, lessening that technical divide, that
Yeah.
technology divide. Um, what do you think men can do to support what you all are doing with Ascend? And then my follow up question is because I mean I think we need some of these spaces where, and I don't even know if we have one or not, or if there's a brother out there that might be doing it. But what's an idea for like an ascend for men? I don't know if it's aerial fitness or not, but yeah, just talk to us about that.
I think men can do exactly what you're doing, bringing light to it and not necessarily diminishing it, but understanding it,
Yeah,
understanding the need for it, understanding the space for it, and just having open conversation about it. Because honestly, a lot of men don't necessarily do that. We're living in a world where unbiases happen and men don't necessarily understand when they're showing bias and not really showing support.
yeah,
So the fact that you're like opening and allowing the conversation to be had and listening to the conversation is really all we really need, somebody to listen in. And I would guess, I mean, there are aerial fitness is intergender. Like there's men who do aerial fitness too. But I would probably guess that equivalent version to this would more than likely be something along the line that had sports and
uh-huh.
tech track put together, like basketball or tennis or something along that line put together type of thing. Actually, I would love to see a tennis and tech thing. I think that would work.
Well, I
Um,
used to play. Look. I used to play. No, for real.
but
I
yeah,
played at Tougaloo.
come on. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, things that I just
Look,
just
tennis and
things that
tech.
is out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
That's yeah. So yeah,
Oh,
that's what I
tennis
think.
and tech. That has a ring to it.
Innocent tech.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me find somebody that's got a tennis court in a building where we can do something. Hmm.
that would be great
No,
for
that would be
sure.
cool. That would be cool. So now we talked about the two worlds being meshed together. How does a day for Ascend what does it look like for a young lady that's coming through? And then you also said that you have a summer camp for the adults too.
For adults too. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So Ascend is a 5-day camp. The first 3 days are our aerial track, and the last 2 days will be the tech innovation track. Um, it has an hour and a half sessions, 4 hour and a half sessions, 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. It's a full day camp that does include lunch as well. The next setting for it will be July 7th through 11th.
Okay.
And so we basically, the first 3 days, we share aerial hoop, aerial hammock, handstands, acrobatics, and that type of thing. And then the last 2 days, the first day we will do hardware. So we'll be taking apart a computer, seeing the
That
computer
sounds dope.
parts, putting them back together. And then the
Yeah.
second day, we'll be doing coding. There's a easy coding program that helps walk them through how to write simple little programs just to kind of make the interest of STEM in girls'
Okay.
minds. Because I
Okay.
always like to say, like, to putting them together, the aerial track teaches you how to trust your body, and the tech track teaches you how to trust your mind. So
That's saucy right there. That's saucy. That is saucy right there, man. I like that. Hold on. I'm putting the link to the website in the comments. So if you're looking to register yourself or a young person that you know, the link for Ascend is in the comments. That's mytaboofitness.com/ascend.
Mhm.
And I'm actually going to bring
And then
this
my
up on the
camp for
screen.
adults, women over 18,
Uh-huh.
generally I'm angling towards women over 30. But
Okay.
women, anybody over 18 can attend. But this camp is more the style of
I'm still there.
can you hear me?
Yeah. What happened? You can't hear me? You froze? We still here. Tech is still teching. Crystal, Crystal, we good? Can maybe not. What just happened? We're gonna see if we can get Crystal back. I'm not sure what's happening. Let's see if we can get her back on. Crystal, you still there? We good? No? All right. We got some technical difficulties. My audio is still the same. Um Crystal's phone may have. Oh, there we go. She's in slow motion. Crystal, you back?
Oh, I left. Oh, I can still
Yeah.
hear. I can still see you. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I left. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. Okay.
All right. We
Well,
got
what
we
I'm
got a little
saying,
delay. Yeah, go ahead.
Gravity and Grace. Gravity and Grace is our 3-day, 3 hour a day camp for adults over the age of 18, preferably between the ages of 30 and 50. That's our great point for the purpose of this camp. And the purpose of this camp is to allow our adult women a time and space to flow and naturally bring their softness back to their life. And the reason for this is because being an adult woman and being the mother and the wife and all the things often makes you become more masculine than you were probably even trying to be. And you rarely ever get a chance to just kind of be soft and flow and be exotic and just be you.
Mm,
So this this camp is strictly for that type of reason and that purpose and that flow.
I love it. I love it. It sounds or I'm drawing a parallel between my sister Whitney's um her mommy reset box
Yeah.
and it a lot of times from what she has shared with me through her company or her organization Pickles and Popsicles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look, you should look it up. I think there's potential for partnership there. With Pickles and Popsicles, she does these curated boxes, and there's a Kennedy box, which is her eldest daughter, and then there's a mommy reset box, and that she's curated some other things, but the box is about affirming moms after they've birthed little people into the world, and then they're dealing with these emotions, they're dealing with the everyday activities, um they're dealing with other people's activities, because then you got the baby needs something, but then
Mhm.
these babies grow up and then they have their own schedule. So
Yeah.
it's it sounds like you all have something that complements the two programs.
Yeah.
And I think it would be super dope, especially for the girls camp, but I know that it would also work for the women's camp if they could have a box, like I don't know if it's a Taboo Tech, box,
Take it.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That includes like your starter, screwdriver. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, when I started, I had one of those.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had one of those. I never
Yeah.
forget. I remember like during the time that I graduated from college and I started my first tech job in at JPS. My father actually was the first one that bought me a little screwdriver. Yeah.
Look, man, we
So
we need
yeah.
to see Sabir. Look at him talking about some throwback Radio Shack kids. Look, hey, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going to as the board president for Mississippi Move, and I'm not functioning in that capacity right now, just for the record. But as board president, the next time that we meet, I'm going to petition that that we find some funding to like donate some little tech kits. And I think maybe and speaking of tech, I would love to give a shout out to Sabir's show, Everyday Tech. You can find them on Mondays on MPB at 10 a.m. So I think it would be appropriate if we could find some funds to make sure that these young ladies have their starter tech kit.
It, okay.
Yeah,
That we
yeah.
love it. Yeah.
I like that little idea. How about you?
I like that idea. I think that is a
Okay.
great idea.
Look, I'm with it. I'm with it. I love it when a good plan comes together. That sounds like some
Come
A
on.
team stuff right there.
Yes. Yes.
Love it
Yeah.
when a good plan come together. All right, so we're catching Ascend in its inaugural year. Like, this is a brand new idea for you.
Yes. Yes.
And how do you see Ascend and its impact in 5 years?
Mhm. I mean, honestly, so I've had this thought process in two different ways.
Okay.
So the first way that I've seen this go is I have a curriculum that's already kind of set.
Okay.
And because if you look into the aerial like fitness realm of things up north, like places like Harvard and Yale and things of that nature, already have an aerial curriculum, like a aerial
Hmm.
hoop and aerial silks curriculum. So I've always wanted to create a curriculum, submit it to HBCUs, and have it be HBCU branded type of thing.
Girl, hey, 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 you get me excited now. I like it when you talk like that. Come on. I'm loving that idea. So you create this thing. No, 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 not you create it. You've already created a
Mhm.
curriculum
Mhm.
that is centered, or HBCU centered, where this program could be duplicated in a variety of environments.
Mhm.
And well, we operating in enemy environments right
Yep.
now.
That's
So that is an impediment, but it's not something that I think, Sabir, I think that you should invite Crystal to one of our meetings, and what you're proposing could be, it could fit under our health initiative
Hmm.
portion, meaning that if we could write some proposals, grant proposals, where we spend the time to further develop this, and then and I think Whitney would be a good person to involve in this too. But I know that with Mississippi Move, we could say, and it's all a crapshoot. Like, we're gonna take a gamble, we're gonna bet on ourselves, right?
Hmm.
We work this thing out, and we help HBCUs to curate some more spaces where aerial dance and fitness and all the things that you're in. Let me in my hugs. All right, man. Love you.
Oh.
And that's my oldest. He gonna hug me before he go to bed every
If you
time.
know, like I know, he better.
Hey, look, that youngest one, he just gonna fall out. But I like that idea, man. I really do. I think that's something that we should put some thought into, and it could be from an intergenerational model. Uh, it could be something that I think senior citizens could get into.
Yeah.
Um, Man, I think it's an opportunity there, and I mean, we got part of it, and we got it. We're gonna get a transcript from our broadcast tonight, and then we can take what you got, and then we run it through a generative, what they call that thing, with all the prompts and stuff. Come on, talk
Yes,
tech to
Chat
me now.
GPT.
There you go. Come on, shoot.
Chat
You run that.
GPT.
You run that thing through Chat GPT, and then we might have us something that we could use as a model to take this. I mean, you could have a whole bunch of little ascend
Yep.
programs, and we could just start in Mississippi.
Yeah. And that would be the second route that I've seen it go. Make so I've also seen it go like a whole different movement together, tech and innovation like together, eventually coming to like a building type of
Yeah.
thing, where half and half type of thing. So
Yes.
yeah. Yeah.
I like that. Sabir has a program that he's been working on behind the scenes, that focuses on digital equity. So
Mm,
I think the digital equity piece of what he and our friend, our brother Tyson, has been developing and synergizing around, all of this could work together. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I appreciate where our conversation has kind of veered off. I know that we were supposed to be just talking ascend, and the things and all of the awesome happenings at Taboo Dance and Fitness, but I appreciate the vision that you've been able to articulate that allowed for us to be able to kind of brainstorm on something like this for our community.
yeah. Yeah. I appreciate the space. I mean, the guidance of the questions is the reason this veered off this way. And I think everything is God given. So this is supposed to happen. So
Had to reach over there and give you some horns on that one. Yeah, yeah. Divine alignment. That's what it is. Divine
mhm.
alignment. All right. So, final thoughts and call to action. I want you to give your community, give all the nightcappers out there, the Black with No Chaser community, give them your best invitation to make sure that they know what they need to do to sign up their young girls and sign themselves up for the offerings at Taboo Dance and Fitness.
Well, if you don't show her the way, how will she know it's possible? This is the invitation for you and her to believe in your power, to move in your power, and to do it together. On July 7th through 11th, she has the opportunity to become fully her, walk in her space, walk in her divinity, and find her interest and find her love in both dance and aerial fitness. It's June 7th through 11th, 5 days, 4 sessions a day, 1.5 hours. It includes lunch. Go to www.mytaboofitness.com. And for yourself, when you're signing her up, don't forget yourself. Don't forget your softness. Don't forget to take a break. Don't forget to be you. Don't lose yourself in her. Don't lose yourself in your regular life. Allow yourself to just flow, be you, be a woman. Again, that is www.mytaboofitness.com.
Man, y'all heard that lady. She was talking to y'all like, ooh, you better not lose yourself, girl. You better find yourself, keep yourself, and hold yourself, and head on over to Taboo Dance and Fitness. She has something for you and for her. Crystal, we appreciate you for being here with us. And we have this little way that we close all of our shows, because we know that without currency, you ain't got no movement, man. You got to have some currency. So we absolutely hope that everybody will visit Taboo Dance and Fitness in person, but first they will visit online and make that registration happen, which will allow you to get to where the money resides.
Come on, money resides.
Wait.
This has been another installment, another episode of Nightcap Knowledge. Appreciate y'all for all of your listens, all of your comments, all of your shares. We've talked tech, aerial fitness, and empowering Black girls with our friend Crystal. Make sure you sign your folks up for the Ascend Camp at My Taboo Dance and Fitness. Man, it's Googleable. You can find them. They're there. We'll see y'all next week for another episode of Nightcap Knowledge. Put some on your head before you go to bed. Peace.